Greetings, friends, and welcome to today's dose of inspiration. We're going to continue on with the study of the names of God, and we're going to move right on in today into a very familiar passage. I'm sure most of you are very familiar with it, and that is the 23rd Psalm. Yep, that's right. You know the one. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. All of us have heard of that chapter at least once in our life, and probably more than once. This particular psalm has a lot of great information wrapped up in just a few short verses. But today I want to talk about the beginning of the whole thing. Right there in Psalm 23:1, it starts off by saying that the Lord is our shepherd, Jehovah Rohi. Now, exactly what difference does that make? Is it really that important that we know that? Because we've already learned so many other things about God. Is it really necessary to think of Him as a shepherd? Yeah, I think so. If you've read the Bible, then you know from Genesis to Revelation, God is referred to as the great shepherd, and we are His sheep. That analogy is throughout Scripture. But if we don't really have an understanding of exactly what a shepherd is, then it can be hard for us to understand why that's so important. If you look at it in the natural and you look at the profession of a shepherd, what does he do? He takes care of sheep. He nurtures them, he feeds them, he leads them from place to place, he watches over them and provides a place of security for them. He makes sure that the enemies out there and the wolves and the coyotes and all of those things that would like to come in and harm the sheep are held at bay. The shepherd has a tremendous job. When you really take a look at sheep, they're not really very smart animals at all. And they kind of just go with the flow. They kind of fall in line right behind each other and just follow along, eating, sleeping, being happy. They need someone to really look after them, to guide them and care for them. And you know, I find it very interesting that God referred to Himself as Jehovah Rohi, our shepherd. He is the God who guides us, who leads us, who protects us, who nurtures us, who cares for us and feeds us. He's the one that makes sure we have everything that we need. And most importantly, if we will follow His lead, we end up right in the place where we're supposed to be. I find that pretty incredible. You know, in the New Testament, we see the story of the shepherd who left 99 sheep just to go follow after one little sheep who got lost. That's pretty incredible and something very important that we need to keep in mind when we're thinking about God, because one thing we know about shepherds is that they really do love those sheep. They will do anything for the sheep, even chasing after one seemingly insignificant sheep. I mean, think about it. You have 99 more. Does it really matter if you lost one? It absolutely does to God. He will do anything to chase after you, my friends, when He knows that you're lost, confused, and away from the crowd, out there in a dangerous place where you're open prey to the enemy, because He is your good shepherd. I want you to think about that as you go throughout your day and as you live just normal everyday life. Sometimes we get in a mindset that nobody really cares that much for us, or maybe that we're an insignificant part of things in the larger picture of life. But friends, I want you to know just how important to God you really are. And He will leave everybody else and everything else to make sure you are taken care of. That's a pretty incredible God, Jehovah Rohi, our shepherd. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in today. Until next time, I pray that you will walk in the favor and the blessings of the Lord. See you soon.